What's going on, guys? It's Greeny here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to day trade meme coins consistently for profit. If you like my content, guys, please subscribe down below. Smash the like button as well because it helps me grow and I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to check out my trading alpha group, guys. We've been making consistent profits and I do educational tutorials like this and written posts about these particular trading strategies all of the time. So definitely check it out using the wop.com link down below. Here's the video, guys. As always, guys, I'll start with a disclaimer. None of this information should be considered financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I do this for educational purposes only. All right, how to day trade meme coins. Now, there's a range of different ways you can do this. You can check out some of my other videos on the channel, which show you how to essentially snipe, how to trade, how to find early meme coins. But if you're looking to day trade, essentially what you're trying to find is the tokens that have high liquidity, that have a lot of volume, and that are currently probably being talked about the most on the timeline. So the way to go about that is using these specific tools. So the first tool that I like to use is Dex Screener. If you come to dexscreener.com/Solana, because that's where the transactions are, that's where the liquidity is, and that's where the users are, and that's where you can make consistent profits, then this is the page for you. So this is my first page. The second one, guys, is actually BullX. If you come to BullX, you can come and click on Explore over on the side. And if you come over on the side, it actually has a few different tabs that'll show you some of the most trending tokens. And they're the ones that you want to actually be actively trading because they're the ones that are either trending, gaining a lot of money, or the ones that are being talked about a lot on the timeline. So obviously, if you want to sign up for BullX, you need my description link in below because that one will get you on the platform with 10% discounted fees, and that way you can access this really quickly. Otherwise, you have to wait on a wait list. But as you can see on the screen, we've got a lot of different trending tokens at the moment. So these are the ones that I would be looking to potentially swing trade and day trade. As you can see, this one is on the 1 second chart. The dev did, as you can see, snipe some of the tokens. So always good to do your own due diligence before you get into these tokens. But this is something that you could easily swing trade over time. But so this one was launched 33 minutes ago. It's obviously got a lot of volume because it was one of the top trending tokens. So again, you come to the Explore tab, we go to trending like this, and you can obviously filter this to whatever means that you like as well. So that's what I love about BullX. A full tutorial on my settings is coming soon, but use BullX to essentially find these tokens. If you'd rather use Dex Screener, come to Dex Screener like this, like I showed you before. And what we're going to do is just go to the first one. So it's usually ranked in order of volume. So what I mean about volume is how many transactions are going through, how much liquidity is actually being bought and sold in these specific tokens. So a token that is at the top of this list will have a lot of volume. A token that's not on this list will likely have not a lot of volume, so be harder to actually actively trade if you're looking to day trade meme coins. So if we come to the top one, let's have a look over on the side. So obviously I haven't seen this meme, and we can obviously dive a little bit deeper to see how it's performing. But as you can see, we've got a lot of transactions in the last 20 seconds alone. So that shows me, okay, high amount of liquidity, high amount of traders, and high amount of volume. If I remove that, let's look at the chart. Okay, so obviously, like I've shown you a lot, so I went to the day chart. It's already less than a day old, and that's what you find actually is a lot of these tokens are less than a day old that are along the top, and they're the highest volume tokens. But if we have a look here, and what you've seen on my timeline is that I love to chart meme coins, and it is a consistent way that you can work out whether the trend is bullish or whether the trend is bearish. So as you can see here, we pumped already up to sort of nearly 2 million, it looks like. And as you can see, we're currently consolidating. So before I even consider taking this trade, I look at what the current trend is. So is it holding a bullish structure? So yes, it's setting higher lows over time. We obviously set a really big blow off top. And as you can see, we're starting to come back down and retest this long-term support down the bottom. Now, obviously, I mean long-term support. Like this token is only less than a day old, but I'm showing you that it still has bullish structure. So TA works on a meme coin that has 15K, and it works on Bitcoin that's worth trillions, or will be worth trillions of dollars in the future. So always use TA, guys, or learn how to use TA because it makes your life so much easier. But what I'm looking at here, essentially it's in no man's land. So how I would take this trade is either I would look for it to be bouncing probably off the 0.786, okay, or off the 0.86. A lot of meme coins love to pump from that second region. Or alternatively, if it can flip this, okay, hold its golden pocket zone. So we talk about the golden pocket zone over here, okay, with the fib retracement level. I mean, if it can hold those two levels there and flip them and hold them bullishly and break out from this structure, that is probably the location here where I would like to take the trade. Now, I'll be quite aggressive with it because the macro isn't that great at the moment. If the liquidity is really high, if lots of money is being made across a whole range of meme coins, that's where you could probably be a bit more less aggressive with taking your profits, because there's probably likely that this token maybe reaches 5 million. But for the sake of this and the current macro where we are a bit more bearish at the moment, I would really be aggressive with this profit taking. So I could literally swing trade this for 50% and be happy with that, okay, at the end of the day. But as you can see, if it does make an all-time high, that's about a 2.5x from here. So we will come back to this chart, but essentially that's how I like to actively trade some of these meme coins every single day. If I have a look a little bit more at some of the other trending tokens, this is my process. So I click through the top trending tokens because they're the ones that you want to be actively trading because they have a lot of volume. Without volume, it makes it so much harder to actually day trade and make consistent profits with meme coins. So we'll keep an eye on Zaza. But obviously we have Xavier, we have Slumbo, we have Bird Dog all up the top as well, which are your top trending tokens. So find opportunities up there by doing that. Lastly, before obviously we'd look to take this trade based on the chart, I would check out the socials over on the side as well, just to make sure that there's community talking about it, that they actually have socials that are potentially going to work, okay? People are talking about it, so they have a community, okay? Do they actually have people engaging with it on Twitter or in the Telegram? These things all matter, okay? Because if they don't have this, often it does go to zero very quickly. So if we come back, let's have a look at X. If I just have a really quick look, so it's got 500 followers. That's great. Some people that I know already, so that's a positive sign that some of the people that prominently trade a lot of meme coins are also talking about this, so that helps people come to this particular trade. As you can see here, kind of cool meme. Okay, they've already got a video on there. It has good engagement. They've spoken about it, 4K, 5K, okay, views, 4K. Yep, so this is giving me a lot of green flags for potentially looking like it'll continue high. So then I come back to the chart and I wait for this trade to take place. So keeping an eye on that. But I would then go to the next one. So this is how I day trade, guys. Come to the next one, let's have a look at it. So come over on the side, this one's just shy of 1 million FTV / market cap. Again, these ones are so new, hence why you have to dive down to the minute chart sometimes because they're only released in the sort of past hour or so. But if we have a look here, again, this one's not giving me a lot of good signs. Liquidity's good. If we come over on the side, I don't even know what it is about, some guy. But if you have a look here, I'd probably be looking at this trend here. Okay, so if I draw it like that, and if I draw it like this, that's probably the trend. And we look like we're about to get a breakout. Probably. Breakout means either up or down. Okay, and I'll be shooting another video soon about how I use my terms, how I use my charting patterns to work bearish or bullish structures. Look at this at the moment. It looks like it's probably going to break down, but we'll keep an eye on this chart just to show you how it takes place. But for me, guys, again, I don't really like this particular meme. It's not popping off really well as something that'll last a long time. Does it fit the current narrative that's on the timeline? Probably not. And does the chart show me a lot of strength? Probably not either. Again, let's just look at the fibs just to take an idea. So I draw it from 0 to the top of the current peak, hence why it's currently holding this level. So that's a 0.5. So the fib golden ratio pocket. But yeah, it looks like it's about to break down here. My next level of support would be here. So we could see maybe a reaction here. If we did see a reaction, that might be a potential buy, but likely it breaks down harder towards this region down here. So that's what I'm looking at for Xavier, and currently it is taking place. Obviously, I haven't done a security check on this, so I would copy the contract over on the side. I'd come over to Telegram. So this is my sniping bot, but let's go to Soul Scanner and just do a quick check because this is always how I like to trade. So I'll do it authentically. Paste the contract into Soul Scanner. As you can see here, very high individual holder count. So that's red flags. Okay. Bundle snipe and airdrops was 0. However, top 10 is holding 40%. Okay. So I'm not going to take that trade. Even if the chart looks good, okay, I'm not going to take that trade because you just never know when this top 10 could dump literally 40% of the token. So that'll just kill the token. So essentially what you want to do is avoid potential trades like that. So let's go back to Zaza, see what's happening there. Over on the side, As you can see, yeah, it's still ranging here. So this is on a 15-minute chart. So I'd have to sit here and watch this chart for probably the next sort of hour or so to see whether I'm day trading. But that's the beauty of day trading, is that you have the time during the day to find these particular tokens. Now, the last thing you can obviously do, if you are a bit more of a degenerate, okay, and if you do like to potentially snipe some of these tokens for day trading, which in my opinion is probably more risky and probably not as consistent as swing trading the top volume tokens, but you can come obviously to BonkBot, find the most recent tokens that have been burnt, or find the most recent tokens that have been burnt and renounced, and start potentially sniping them. So if I have a quick look, let's have a look at some of these. So toxic, I'll just show you my process, but come here, open index screener. It looks like this is probably going to be a rug with 33% in your top 5 holders. So that's a big red flag already. Come over on the side. We're seeing, yeah, a little bit of volume. It is breaking up. Use it. Let's come back to Soul Scanner. No, that's the Discord. Let's go back to Soul Scanner over on the side. Click that, paste it in there. Let's see what Soul Scanner says, just to make sure that it is potentially safe. So bull snipe, yeah, so bundle snipe by the dev, 25%, airdrops also 25%. So that means it is controlled. Over 50% of this token is controlled by the dev or the person who created the token. So red flags for me. Top 10 is also holding quite a lot, even though it has off 100% burnt here. And as you can see, it gives you a lovely little sort of summary up the top there from Soul Scanner as well. So day trading is probably better to, swing trading those ones that have high volume rather than trying to snipe some of these tokens. But ultimately, if you are trying to snipe, use Pepe Boost. The sign-up's in the link down below. The best bot to be trading if you're sniping on your phone or if you're sniping on your laptop. And then obviously BullX is the platform to be using, like I showed you before, if you're swing trading and want to actually have your Solana. As you can see at the top here, I got my Solana in this wallet, and I can swing trade using BullX as well. So you can use a range of different platforms. I've showed them in this video, like I showed you before. Zaza looks like it could be a trade in the coming hours, so I'll keep an eye on that one myself. But just to show you, let's go back to that other second token that we were looking at and just see if it did break up or break down. Even though it did have red flags, okay, some tokens can pump, guys, and that's what you always have to remember. No, as I showed you guys, it broke down, looking for support at the 0.618, but likely continues down towards 0 because it had those red flags. So I hope I gave you a really quick tutorial on how you can actually day trade meme coins in a consistent way using different platforms, different tools, but also you can consider using sniping if you go about it in the right, safe way. So definitely leave me any comments down below if you have any questions, guys, or any feedback, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. As always, thanks for watching. So there you have it, guys. That's how I consistently day trade meme coins for serious gains over time. If you like my content, please subscribe down below. Smash the like button as well because it helps me grow and I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to check out my private alpha group, guys. We've been making consistent profits on all of the markets. We're talking NFTs, airdrops, DeFi, meme coins, leverage futures, and everything in between that. So definitely check it out because I also have dedicated educational channels where I help you become a better trader as well. There is a sale going on, so check that out using the wop.com link down below. As always, guys, take care and I'll see you in the next one.